Ignition.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Intermediate. Main. Lift.
And lift off. Kate Rubin, Sergei Ryzhikov, and Sergei Kuznetsov now on their way to the International Space Station, the latest in a chain that spans almost 20 years of continuous human presence in space.
10 seconds. The parameters of the rocket are nominal. 20 seconds. The thrusters of the first and second stage are operating nominally.
Hearing first good reports of good first stage performance, everything looking nominal. Soyuz is currently delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust from its 4 boosters and single engine of that first stage. It measures 68 feet in length and 24 feet in diameter and burns liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes and 6 seconds of flight.
50 seconds. The pressure in the chambers is nominal. Everything is good on board. We feel well.
Good reports from the crew as well. Everything looking good with today's flight.
Pitch, yaw, roll nominally.
Roll, pitch, yaw, all normal, meaning the spacecraft is exactly where it's expected to be at this point. Velocity is 1,100 miles per hour. First stage of the Soyuz, less than a minute of flight time left now.
80 seconds. Parameters are nominal. On board, everything is good. We feel well. We feel the G-loads.
First milestone we'll be watching for here is the escape tower jettison, which will come at the 1 minute and 54 second mark. A little less than 10 seconds now.
Okay.
Jettison.
Escape tower has been jettisoned.
Separation of the side units.
And there's the separation of the 4 strap-on boosters that are jettisoned. These have completed their job and are dropping away now at an altitude of 28 miles above the Earth, while the Soyuz continues on with its flight, traveling at about 3,350 miles an hour, powered by the rocket's second or core stage.
8 seconds. Rocket parameters are nominal.
All still looking good, and the next milestone we're looking for is the jettison of the launch shroud at 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And see that launch shroud jettison? We're now getting some views from the external rocket camera.
Copy you.
Looking towards the bottom of this rocket and at the Earth below, solar arrays waiting to be unfurled once the spacecraft reaches orbit safely. Soyuz traveling at a speed of 4,700 miles an hour at this point.
Steady. On board, everything is good. We feel well.
Continuing to hear good calls from the crew, the core stage performing as expected. The core stage of the Soyuz is 56 feet in length and 13.5 feet in diameter with a single engine and 4 fuel chambers providing between 178,000 and 222,000 pounds of thrust at various points of its 3 minutes and 28 seconds of operation.
We are anticipating the next separation. Copy all.
This stage will continue to burn until the 4 minute and 43 second mark. Soyuz uses what's called a hot stage technique, meaning the third stage ignites while the second is still burning.
230 seconds. Stabilization of the craft is doing well.
4 minutes into the ascent, Soyuz MS-17 now, Kate Rubin, Sergei Ryzhikov, and Sergei Kuznetsov on their way to the International Space Station following today's 12:45 a.m. Central launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan.
250 seconds. Pitch, raw, and rotation is nominal.
Everything continuing to go well in the climb to orbit. We'll be looking for our next second stage cutoff coming up at the 4 minute and 45 second mark, about 15 seconds from now. All still looking good. 4 minutes and 45 seconds in, third stage is igniting. Second stage should be shutting down.
We have confirmation of the initiation of thrusters of the third stage and unpowering of thrusters of the second stage. Copy all. We feel well. Everything is nominal on board. I understand.
As you heard there, everything's still looking good. Core booster separated at an altitude of 105 miles, and with it gone, Soyuz is now being propelled by a single engine of its third stage. That engine provides 67,000 pounds of thrust and will burn for 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Day's flight going smoothly and all systems working nominally. The crew reporting that they are feeling good and on their way to the space station.
Copy. On board, everything is good. We feel great. "350 seconds, flight is nominal." Copy, everything is good on board.
About 2 minutes left before the crew is officially in space and in orbit. The next milestone that we'll be watching for comes at the 8 minute and 46 second mark. That's the third stage cutoff and separation.
Copy, everything is good on board. We feel well. For 400 seconds, stabilization of the vehicle is steady. Copy, everything is good on board.
Crew still calling down that everything is looking good inside the Soyuz rocket. We're seeing a view from cameras on the exterior of the Soyuz here, looking down towards the bottom of the rocket. And in the forescreen, the solar array that will unfold once the crew does make it safely to orbit.
It's good on board. We feel well.
Now 7.5 minutes into today's flight. Velocity of the Soyuz is 13,500 miles an hour. Once this final third stage delivers the Soyuz to orbit and the module is separated, a series of pre-programmed commands will be executed to prepare the Soyuz for orbital operations. Those stored commands are called time tag commands and allow many of the Soyuz systems to be automatically activated by onboard computers at precise times stored in the computers.
470 seconds, the thrusters.
About 45 seconds left before the crew is on orbit and safely in space. Everything's still looking good for today's flight.
Well. 500 seconds, flight is nominal. Copy all. Everything is good on board. We are standing by for the separation. 520 seconds. Everything is nominal. Prepare for the separation. 530 seconds. Thrusters powered off, confirmed. Separation is confirmed.
And there you heard this confirmation that the third stage cut off and separated as planned. Single liquid-fueled engine shut down and dropped away at an altitude of 126 miles above the Earth. And there you see now also the Soyuz have unfurled. That's a key milestone as well to ensure that the Soyuz is able to power itself on its journey to the International Space Station.
Boris, this is MCC Moscow. We copy you. How do you read us? We read you loud and clear. How about us? Loud and clear.
Control of the spacecraft from this point will be overseen by the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow that you're hearing call to the crew now.
Closed. And pressurization is nominal. Copy. We are working on the video. Video is on. Copy RDR 856. Okay, we copy you. And also we are pulling up the velocity screen display. MCC Moscow, please take the measurements for this current time. 811, pressure 814. Copy.
Following today's launch just 10 minutes ago now at 12:45 a.m. Central Time, Kate Rubins, Sergei Ryzhikov, and Sergei Kuzgrichkov are now safely in orbit and on their way to the International Space Station following a flawless launch and 8.5-minute climb to orbit. We'll be working through some initial checkouts now, but everything is looking good as they head off on the first two-orbit rendezvous for a human crew with the space station. And that's scheduled for 3:52 a.m. Central Time when they'll dock to the Rosvet module on the Russian segment of the space station.
It is on. Copy. The second set of the course hardware is powered on. Copy.
And heard there that the Kurs antenna that will be used to guide the Soyuz to its automated docking passed its checkout. That's one of the key milestones that occurs once the Soyuz does reach orbit. Also be doing some link checks and communication checkouts, making sure everything is looking good as the Soyuz heads on its way.
We have confirmation of operations of our mode. Angular rates are along the pitch and yaw are less than 10 degrees. Copy. Standing by for your filled out form 03. You ready to copy? Yes, we are. 17.4, 16.4, 368, 20, 2.021, 1.822, 3024, 24, 19.3, 25th, 17.3, 26, 367, propellant 878. Tabor 2, we have copied the data for Form 3. Let's check the configuration. MCC Moscow. We have PSO 1. And KV 1 and 2. We are going through the test of the first set of the hardware. Okay, Tabor, after the first burn, we will transition to the first manifold. Okay, copy, we will transition to the first manifold. After the first approach burn, once you receive the GSO, let's do tests of the manual controls at 09:53:00.